Shout out, it's your boy Sam, Mr. Payne here. We're back with another tutorial. Well, you wanna sound like Lithe? You don't need much plugins, dog. You only need two plugins to sound like this. Sounds like this.
Yeah, she been on my mind, can I let go? I be with them bros in the Lambo. Slide in the back door. Sipping at it in the light up. Moonwalker like I'm busy. Ice chain on my neck, sweet.
To get here, you need a beat like Lithe to sound like Lithe, right? Make sure beat is very simple. And then after that, you need to find the key of the beat. So you head straight to to tune bed, and then key detect. You find the key of the beat. Well, for this key of the beat, we're using D sharp minor. And then yeah, man, it was very simple. So this is my recording preset. Like if you seen that past video I dropped, I was trying to show you about my vocal preset, but then here I kept it simple so that we don't see what I mean. Whenever I talk, if you listen to this thing here, if I keep quiet, this line goes low, but then the more I talk, it waits until I go quiet, and then it kills the noise in the room. You see, so like yeah, and then I'm using noise gate preset here, and then you come here, noise gate preset, and then you adjust to your preference here on the threshold only, and then some reverb yana. But then this one I switched on the reverb so that for the backups for the ad libs, but then when I'm recording main I switch it off. Also the auto tune I switch it off. I just go with the fruity limiter only. So straight to the to the main vocal chain. So we wanna switch off everything here. I'm gonna be very fast here. I don't wanna waste more than of your time. So don't be fooled about these things down here. I didn't nothing. I just wanna look more complex, but then whatever I did is very simple, right?
Devil is the liar. The devil is the liar. The devil is the liar.
So here's our
Yeah, she been on my mind, can I let go? I be with them bros in the Lambo.
about my auto tune. My humanize is like on 68, and then speed on 0, flex on 12, just to give it, you know, that soulful sound, not too robotic, right? So like we're sounding like this.
Yeah, she been on my mind, can I let go?
And then after that we go to the EQ. To this EQ now we went different. We don't want our vocal to be as loud or as crispy, so instead we deep it. You gotta think like a pro if you wanna. You feel me? There's no perfect way to do this thing. Each and every way that works for you, do it. It worked for me, so I did it. So I'm trying to show you how I did it. So about 12K, I dropped about negative 18 of gain reduction. That's all I did, and then slightly cut about 19 of low cut, because we need that last part. We need that maneuver, feel me? And then you need this. Actually, if you still wanna be here on my side learning some things that I do, you gotta find yourself this plugin, because like in each and every vocal preset is there. If not, this one is art compressor model, so you gotta have this shit, right? So like what I did here, 14.5.8 this time around, and then here on my peak reduction of 53, we don't touch this thing like I told you, and then we're sounding like this.
Yeah, she been on my mind, can I let go?
Already we're getting there, we're getting that under water effect vocal sound, and then I'm using paramedic EQ just to look at a little bit.
Yeah, she been on my mind, can I let go?
So the purpose of adding this EQ here is because I uploaded a compressor. So compressor is gonna also pick those lower frequencies. So you gotta also EQ after that because like you don't want them. And then here's the magic. This is where magic happening.
Yeah. She been on my mind, can I let go? I be with them bros in a Lambo.
Fruit La Filsa. And then it was about like this.
Yeah. She been on my mind, can I let
And
go?
then I drop it about 61%.
I be with them bros in a Lambo.
After that, I went to the flanger. You know, I don't do much with the flanger. So flanger's like keeping my vocal weight. And then like it was sounding like this.
Yeah. She been on my mind, can I let go?
So
I
I
be
went
with
like
them
about
bros in a Lambo.
14%. And then the doublers just to keep my vocal stereolized. So
Yeah. She been on my mind, can I let go? I be with them bros in a Lambo.
Slide, slide, slide at the back door.
Sipping any
One
with
the
them
nice
lights
out. And then like yeah, out of that we go to the reverb. Oh my god, I said reverb, not the fresh air. So I keep my reverb clean and simple here, not too overcomplicated because like we want our vocal to stand out on the beat, not to be flashed away. So like my word is like on 23, Alien 49, Dry on 100, DK on 1.7, Bass 100, Cross, nothing touched here. My diffusion 100, size 80, pre-delay on 0.20. And then the reason why my reverb is like this, I also have another reverb, so like I'm not doing too much with this one. I'm just giving it like some room sound, right? And then my high cut about 7.8k, and then my low cut on 500. You should be sounding like this.
Yeah. She been on my mind, can I let go?
And then after that, some fresh air just to give some air on our vocal, but then you don't want to do too much. So my high air is like on 14%. And then my mid on 11%. The reason why I'm adding 14% because like I cut about 18.0 negative 18 of my high sound, so I'm just giving like a legal boost of them. So 18 minus 14, do the math. And then you should be sounding like this after that.
Yeah. She been on my mind, can I let go?
With only this on the beat, sounding like.
Yeah. She been on my mind, can I let go? I be with them bros in a Lambo.
Slide, slide at the back door. Sipping any. When I'm nice, though. Yeah, man. And then after that, you wanna send. I already showed you how to send your vocals to the reverb, and then I'm using Valhalla Vintage. This kind of perfect and good. So what I did here, I'm using the concrete hall preset, and then I did nothing here. I just left it like this, and then I just came mess with the send here about 40%, and then we sounding like.
Yeah. She been on my mind, can I let go? I be with them bros in a Lambo. Slot.
So this reverb, the purpose of that reverb is like trying to give you some feeling. You feel me? And then after that, you wanna. I told you about the delay, right? You're supposed to send it, dog. You're supposed to send it. So like, yeah, I showed you how to do this thing here. If you're new here, you wanna learn how to play with the delay, watch the video that I dropped early before this one, and then you'd wanna EQ your delay, not too much, and then send here like about 37, and then you're supposed to be sounding like this, my dog.
Yeah. She been on my mind, can I let go? I be with them bros in a Lambo. Yeah. She been on my mind, can I let go? I be with them bros in a Lambo. Slide, slide, slide at the back door. Sipping any with them lights up. Moonwalker like I'm beat.
So to give it more of the body sound, you wanna be creative. So I took this main vocals, I duplicate, and then it was like this.
with them lighter.
See, it's like I'm giving that. And then what I did here is like the auto tune, make sure like the same key, but then